Anyway, hello everyone and welcome. This is GRIDD Retroenhanced, a game that I've been sponsored by via GameSite, which I recently found. Like GameSite is like this website where you can, if you have like sort of your own like Twitch or YouTube or whatever, you can go and sign up and you can then promote specific games. And you can then have a link for people to be like, oh, I'm interested in this game, and then they see like, oh, you did that and that much, you got that many people interested in the game, we like that. And I think that's a really cool way of, for one, for people that make games to get their game out there, because it's like really hard to actually like have to manually write messages to people that have streams on Twitch or like YouTube stuff everywhere, and like manually tell all of them like, could you please check out my game? It's really awkward. And at the same time, it's also really nice for people that have like a Twitch stream or YouTube channel to like try and get a bit more connected to like people that make games and like try and promote their stuff while also getting to play cool games, I guess. So everyone's a winner. I was actually surprised something like this didn't happen before, but then I guess my channel wasn't actually that big ever, so I wouldn't have known to begin with. Let me just make sure everything's alright. Looking good. So, from what I've seen, this is apparently, as you can maybe see from the background, sort of like a very cyber-spacey game, a shoot 'em up, as I would expect. And it has these like neon visuals that you would expect from like 80s or something, from the 80s, that I think you also saw in Far Cry Blood Dragon, which I've played a bit. I think it's pretty good, but it's gonna all come down to how it actually plays. I'm hoping for a very fast-paced gameplay that might start out with being fairly forgiving, but I assume it's not gonna be very forgiving for very long. I hope for a good soundtrack. So at least the background music right now is already pretty good, so we're gonna see. Oh. Is it game over already? I hope not. Oh, damn, right in there. That's good. Can I bump into these? Oh, I'm gonna have to find that out. Oh, I'm gonna bump into this. There's some really weird camera movement going on. Oh, I can't bump into these. Okay, better not do that then. Oh, this is actually a very fluid controls. I have to say that usually I don't play that many shoot 'em ups. I don't play arcade style games that much. So I'm gonna have to get used to it, I guess. No, I did usually on like Armor Games and Congregate or some Flash sites in general, mostly Congregate actually. I did play a lot of shoot 'em up sometimes. I remember that there's like this one shoot 'em up they always played. It was very simple, like black and white shoot 'em up, which had like this system where if you got close to enemies or close to enemy bullets, you'd get bonus points or something like that. I forgot what it was called. Friction or something might have actually been the name. I was really good at that game. I was actually insanely good at that game. But that game was 2D. This is more like, it's a bit more 3D. So I'm gonna have to see how well this works. I think I've picked up a power-up which apparently gives me like a lock-on. That's pretty good. Yeah, I definitely do have lock-on. Oh. In a lot of shoot 'em ups, a really good thing to do is to just go in a circle like this. Whenever something shoots at you, just go in a circle and hopefully stuff doesn't hit you. It doesn't always work, but it works more often than you might expect. Whee! That's pretty good. I think that thing shot shield, I'm not sure. Oh, what's this? Okay. Is this like another? Oh, it's not going to shoot on the boss. I actually see that there's apparently some more a HUD. You have like a times multiplier, you have score, you have power up, stuff like that. And it like floats around in front of you. That's very interesting design choices there. Oh, is that a health bar? Might be. Whenever I see a wall as a boss, I always get a reminder of Final Fantasy VII. Or just Final Fantasy in general, because they always have like a boss that's just a wall. Actually pretty cool, dude. Oh, was that the firewall? There might be some Tron references in here, but I've never actually seen Tron. Or played any Tron game. Oh shit. What do we have? Oh. Just input everything, it's okay, just input everything. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna have to get all of these, probably. Oh. So far I'm gonna say it's at least very interesting. Number already found? I'm gonna try and get to the next one. There we go. Oh, I might screw this up now because I'm low on time. Nope. I'm out of time! Was that like a bonus? Oh, I hope it was a bonus. I like bonus. But I didn't get it. Is this Andros? He's back! Andros is back. Am I allowed to make references? Also, I never actually played Lilac Wars or the original Star Fox game. Maybe I do need to do that at some point. What we do? Ouch. I have to say one thing though, with the way the camera is very like intense and hype, and makes you feel very close to the action. I like that, but at the same time, it is a bit awkward sometimes to try and figure out where specific obstacles and enemy shots actually are. And it might feel like, oh, I did not get hit by that, but I did. I wonder if there's a way to solve that, I'm not sure. Oh, what? It needs 2 shots. What, it needs 1? Oh my god. Well, I don't have power-ups. Oh, the middle one probably takes 2, and the other one takes only 1. Eh? Oh, I don't like the look of that. What is this? Oh, I'm gonna dodge that. That attack actually reminds me of the final boss of Mischief Makers. I'm gonna say that a lot, aren't I, when I play different games. I said the same thing when I played ukulele for the first time. I kept saying like, oh, this reminds me of this. Oh, this reminds me of that. Oh, this looks like it. Oh, yeah, this looks... Wait, never mind. I keep getting reminded of other games I've played. Which is not a bad thing, I think. My shield broke. That's not very good. This does very much feel like a roller coaster. I was trying to think of a way to... oh, wait, that actually hurt me. On how I'm going to put this, but this does really feel like a roller coaster. Ouch. So sometimes I feel like I'm not quite sure what's happening. Oh, I see stuff. Oh no, I missed the health! Yeah, I think this is right, you would play better with a different camera, but at least it feels more intense this way, I guess. I guess games in general have to think about if they want to make sure that the game controls perfectly, or maybe they can compromise that a tiny bit to make the game a lot more intense. And I guess a game like this, it's okay if it's more intense, if it doesn't quite control as well as it could. Because I assume if you play this game, what you're looking for is a very intense ride, and so far I would say it delivers on that. Personally, I'm always one who enjoys having a lot of more tight controls, but why not play something different every now and then? But I guess it's not the controls themselves. I think the controls are actually fine. It's mostly the camera and how all the stuff moves around you. And the fact that it is 3D. Sometimes you just don't see where stuff is coming from, or where stuff is exactly. Do I still have that lock on? Maybe I had the lock on the entire time, I just didn't realize. Oh, that was not a whole lot of time. Really wish that had the double damage right now. Maybe even quad damage. That would be great. I will have to triple damage, I think, at some point. Also, I think I have my shield back. Ouch. Oh, that didn't actually hit me. Oh. There we go. Come on, get him. Reach for the next. Oh, we're so close. I'm not sure if this is timed or if you if you can only just do that much damage. Usually, I'm more of a fan of like if it is timed, so that you can, if you play better, you get more out of it. But I don't know. I'll just say after just like 2 or 3 cycles on this. Oh, you have Andros again. I'm just gonna call him Andros because he's pretty much Andros. How is he not Andros? Is he face palming? He's face palming, isn't he? Is that not how he looks? Like this? Oh, this is probably bad shooting those shields. Ouch! What is this? Almost. Yeah, those are actually mirrors. No, I mirrored myself! That's not good. Oh, what did I just press? What did I just press? I don't know! I just pressed something. Whatever. Anyway, we're going back in. Hey, Komaru! Star Fox meets aesthetics? Maybe. This is actually very interesting because I said this earlier. I've never actually played any Star Fox game apart from... what's it called? Adventures? Like the Zelda type game? Where many people were sad that it wasn't an actual Star Fox game. I liked that game. I don't know what people thought... why people didn't like it. Okay, I kind of understand why people didn't like that Star Fox game because it wasn't actually a Star Fox game. But I liked Zelda games and I thought it was an okay game. Anyway, I've never actually played like a true Star Fox game, so maybe now's the time to play something at least in that genre. Because I not actually have done that much in that genre. But yeah, I guess so far I could say this is like Star Fox meets aesthetics. Aesthetics, that's a word. Oh. I was also reminded of Far Cry Blood Dragon, which I've played a bit of. But this is not quite that much. Oh look, it's the 80s. This is more like, oh look, it's cool spacey stuff, man. Oh, some people are gonna call this a roguelike, even though it totally isn't. I don't know what's wrong with people nowadays calling everything a roguelike if it has permadeath. Like there's a word for these games are like this. It's called arcade games. It's not everything is a roguelike that has permadeath. I don't know why people call everything nowadays a roguelike if it has permadeath. Star Fox Zero would be good. Yeah, oh, that's the thing though. I wondered if I should go out and like buy Star Fox Zero if I can just play the game for the N64. I think it was N64. Maybe it's just a 3D remake. Like in general, I think this genre is alright. Like usually there's not one of these genres that I don't play that much, but I don't actually like dislike anything in this genre. I just happen to not play them that much. Like I said, I did actually play some shoot 'em ups back in the day, like oh my god, 5 years ago or so on Congregate. Back in the days where Flash games were the shit. You know, nowadays they aren't anymore, which is quite sad. I mean, not that sad because Flash just isn't that great anymore. But at least you still have Unity and HTML5 that are like holding up the torch. But back in the day, man, Flash was the shit. I played so many Flash shoot 'em ups as well, or just Flash games in general. Those were the days, man. Or at least instead of Flash games, I heard that a lot of people that made Flash games nowadays are just making like actual games. Like, you know, the stuff from Newgrounds that went and made like, what's it, like Castle Crashers? I think there was something else like Alien Hominid as well, and you also had... Well, this time I'm gonna get the key code, hopefully. How do I stop this thing again? Oh, there we go. I also Super Meat Boy, which started out as a Flash game. And Epic Battle Fantasy, in case you know Epic Battle Fantasy, which is a really cool RPG, also started as a Flash game until at some point they decided, oh cool, let's just make a real game out of this. And it was cool. And it was really cool. So yeah, and I think this is also in a similar vein, because I think this is also, maybe it didn't start as a Flash game, I think this is also from like that similar vein at least. There we go. Oh, can we get it? Come on! Okay, last try. I think we got it! Oh, I hope this is gonna be cool. Oh, did we get a life? Or what did we do? It looks like we got a life or something. Yeah, pretty cool. I should bring back Sin and Punishment. Oh, I don't know what... I've never heard Sin and Punishment. What is that, Komaru? Is that another, like, shoot 'em up? Ouch. Just touching the ground hurt, and then actually try. Ow! Whoa, whoa, whoa. I should have looked at the eyes. You know that a shoot 'em up like this, especially a 3D one, has to make sure that they always have like good tells going on what's actually happening on the screen. Because if you can't tell what's actually happening on screen, then you don't know how you want to actually play the game, how you want to react to everything. But so far, I've seen some of the tells so far. I know what mirror surfaces look like. Sometimes I just don't pay attention. If something is red or yellow, it means you can shoot it. But if it's flashing, you need to be careful because then it might shoot back at you at least. I think that's what happens in some of these places as well. So yeah, tiles are important. Not just in shoot 'em ups, but in a lot of games. But it's especially important in shoot 'em ups, so because you want to not take damage. I also never actually played Toho games. Oh, it's like Star Fox and you play as a guy on foot. Oh, I might have seen it then, because I remember games like that from like the NES era as well. Oh, we have triple damage, nice. Yeah, you see, it tells you, oh my god, there's damage coming. Nice. Oh, I wanted to get that. Getting a lot of score this time. The thing about score is that obviously back in the day score was like used to make people play a game longer at the arcade, which I guess is where the name of the genre comes from. But the thing is that nowadays when you just buy a game to just have the game, it's not really that important to just play the game for longer. Obviously it's still nice if you have like something that makes you play the game longer, because then it feels like you got more of your money's worth and obviously you got more fun for longer, which is good. But it's not really necessary anymore. So the thing with score is also that you need to see like what are we actually gonna do with score nowadays. Like when you have, you still see score a lot in rhythm games where you want to have like a measure of how well you're doing. And I think one design choice that you could do is you say, okay, the game is not gonna be that hard to get through and you can do a lot of cool stuff in it, but if you don't play the game well, you're just gonna have a low score. And if you play the game well, oh, then I guess you're gonna have a high score. And that's like one of the ways you can use to like try and figure out how, oh my god, I got absolutely demolished, but I got alive. That's like one of the ways you can figure out how well you are doing. I like the voice, by the way. Even though you can barely hear it. We're not gonna get a lot of damage, are we? Nope. So I guess when you take a look at arcade games, which is usually why I don't play that many arcade games, is because usually I'm someone who likes to have like a clear task and then be like, okay, I'm gonna try and complete this task as best as I can, and that's usually how I play games. But I guess arcade games, they do function very differently, don't they? It's not just about completing a task, it's about doing something as best as you can. Also, this guy really is alive on 1 health. I'm actually pretty certain that it is timed at this point, which is good, because if I had more damage, I would be faster at this. Nice. What killed us last time? Oh yeah, this guy had mirrors. Yeah, and we shot ourselves in the face multiple times. Yeah, getting points through different ways. And I see that in the way that you usually do it nowadays is you usually have score multipliers. That's usually what a lot of arcade games have nowadays, where they're like, oh yes, there's a lot of like things you can do to give yourself a multiplier, and then if you do stuff really well, you get a high multiplier, like in rhythm games. One thing I have to say, though, I said this earlier, but... Oh, okay. There are some points in this game where you feel like maybe you can't quite see exactly what's going on. You don't have 100% control over what's going on, especially like, let's say here the screen is shaking, and then while the screen is shaking, one of the weak spots turn into a mirror. That can very easily deal a lot of damage to you, and you can't really anticipate it that well. But like I said, at least it is a very intense game. And I think that if the game was able to, if the game was different in a way that it wouldn't be quite as, like, intense. Like with the camera that close to your guy. And it would play better, then yeah, it wouldn't be as intense. I don't know. I'm taking a lot of damage here. Can I fit through the middle if I just do that? I don't know. Yeah, I can just fit through the middle. Why don't I just do that? A? That's really weird. Oh my god, I'm missing my screen. Fucking what? I just bodied that guy! That was probably not good. Oh, what's this guy doing here again? Hello. Can you please not get so close? Oh my god, what was that? Oh, he's going mirrored. Aww. Yeah, I have to say that at least when it comes to mirrors, I would like it if there was a little bit more obvious when stuff changes to mirrors. Because sometimes I feel like stuff just instantly changes to mirrors and I can't really react to it before I get shot in the face. Okay. I like the fact that they introduced this earlier on, and now it's like, okay, you know what to do, now here's a harder version of that. I'm a sucker for that. I said that a lot in ukulele as well, that I really like it when games do that. They introduce, oh my god, they introduce something and then gradually make it harder. Oh my god, what? Also, since you might have, oh my god, what I've also noticed is that I have auto lock on, like my thing automatically locks on to the nearest target, which I guess is pretty good in the most part. Do we still have another life? Nope. Which is pretty good in the most part, in most parts, but another thing is also that if it automatically locks on to the closest target, since you have to move around so fast all the time, sometimes I just randomly hit stuff that I don't really want to hit. Yeah, this is a really pretty game. The camera looks a bit annoying. Yeah, like I said earlier, even though so the thing is, this is something that I think I'm gonna go a bit more in depth into. So, you know that it's like one of these tricks that you can do. I think they do it in movies as well. If you want to do make something more intense and more hype and more action oriented, what you can do is you can just move the camera really close to it. Like if you see, like for example, a guy fires a pistol. If you see that in the distance. Like you see a guy shoot another guy in the distance, it's not very intense. But if they have the camera right up to the guy, see him sweating, and then fire the pistol with the smoke coming out and a little bit of fire and everything, and see the bullet travel and hit the other guy, that's a lot more intense. But if you put the camera that close, you might not be able to understand exactly what's going on, especially if you cut really quickly. I don't like movies that cut quickly. Jump cuts all the time. Anyway, but so that's always something that you have to see, like, okay, do I want to like put the camera a lot closer? Do I want to make it more intense? Do I want to make it more high, or do I want to put the camera further out so you have more of an understanding what's going on? And also the camera moves around a lot more. So the thing is also that the camera movement is completely controlled by myself. Now I don't have a second stick for that. It's all on one stick, like moving, aiming, and camera is all on one stick. But because I perfectly understand how the camera moves when I move from left to right, up and down all the time, I can sort of try and manipulate the camera whichever way I want to. So it's not like I don't have control over it, and if I want to have it point a certain way, I can do that as well. But yeah, especially in one of the places where like the lasers are coming down and moving around, with that camera, it might be not quite as simple to see what's going on everywhere. What exactly is this though, the last fight? I assumed, so I haven't, actually let me see if I can continue. Oh, it actually goes back to start. This is a beta, by the way, so I'm not sure if everything is the way as it would be on in the full game. As you can also see that there is one of the options is grayed out, the endless mode. So I would assume that the way this game works is you have like obstacle course, boss, obstacle course, boss, and you just repeatedly have that happen all over the time, like repeat obstacle course, boss, and switch that all the time, and then you just see how far you can get. Now, so far I'm not quite sure what the difference would be between arcade and endless. Maybe arcade actually ends at some point. Like I assume that would be the case if the other one is called endless, but I'm not 100% sure on that yet, because that looked like it would go on for a long time. Wait, what does that even tell me? Oh, interesting. I also wonder if maybe you can continue later on as well, when the game exits beta. I mean, even though it's in beta, you can actually buy the full version already, and you will have beta access or something like that. Actually, I'm not sure. Actually, no, I think the full game is out, but I have like maybe a beta build. I don't know. I didn't actually look too far into this. Maybe I should have looked more into that. You can go really far to the side, actually. I also really like the music, I have to say that. The thing is, if I didn't like the music, then a big pull that this game has would already be gone. Like, I think if you play this game, you would want to play it for because of not just because of the music, but it's like one of the core reasons why you would want to play this game, I assume. Are these pillars coming up when I shoot them, or is it random? Probably random. Yeah, it's random. Oh my god. Like there, right there. I wasn't quite sure how I hit that, but I checked this game out on Steam already. Yeah. Actually, if you type into the chat !GRIDD with a double D, you can actually get a link to the Steam page. I think it's just that in my Steam it's marked as beta version, but then again, yeah, actually I think Dota had the same thing, where Dota 2 was marked as beta version for a really, really long time, even after it was already out of beta, but yeah, whatever. Here's probably a certain amount of levels getting as— oh my god, I thought that guy died. Get as many points as you can, and at how far you can get without dying. Yeah, probably. I would like to understand what that voice says a bit more, but it's hard to understand it. Also, sometimes I'm not quite sure how I'm getting hit in some of these. I'm like trying— nope. Like all of these shmups that I played as Flash games before, they were always like 2D. And in 2D it's a lot easier to see where stuff is and how you can avoid stuff. And here I'm like, how exactly do I avoid some of this stuff? But I guess if I were to play this game longer, I guess I would figure that out at some point. Also, I like I said this earlier, but I like how the HUD like sort of hovers around, like in your view. Because the thing is, when you play a shmup, you usually are focused on the enemy and the enemy shots and everything. You don't actually take a look around yourself that much. And in a lot of other shmups, like the 2D shmups that I usually played, I think one of them was called Fiction, I didn't actually go and I usually don't actually look at my own ship. I also played like a Toho game once for like a little bit. And you don't actually end up looking at your own ship that much. You actually end up looking at the enemy and the enemy shots a lot more. And since that's where you are looking, I like that the HUD is closer to that. Oh, whoops, no, it's passed. I think it does it on its... I don't actually do anything, it just rotates on its own when I don't shoot it. Nice. I said this earlier that I like the way that the robot voice sounds, but at the same time I'd like it to be I could actually understand it a bit more. I can't quite understand exactly what they're saying all the time. Nice. Come on, get him. I got triple damage. You should be dead almost. No, come back here. Nope, not there. And he's gone. I think you can also see the stuff that surrounds my ship is probably on how much shield I still have, but the shield is also on the HUD, or the little HUD you have. Also, in general, I think that the mirror mechanic is pretty cool. I haven't actually seen something like the mirror mechanic in 2D shmups that much, so it's actually interesting to see it here. And I also like the fact that they actually show you the mirror mechanic before you have to use it in a boss fight. Okay. Also, another thing to point out is all the stuff that I'm shooting right here really is just for score, I think. I don't think I get anything, oh my god, from actually destroying these. I don't think I get power-ups or anything if I destroy all of these, at least I don't think so. But because it gives score, it has inherent meaning to it. Oh, I have to fight this guy with only one shot damage. I'm kind of getting better at trying to avoid their shots, which is probably very needed. Ow, whoa, whoa, lasers. These are, I think, are some of the hardest stuff to consistently dodge, because sometimes I don't quite see where it is. Ow, almost. Nice. I think next up we have... oh yeah, the big boss. Tyrant Cruiser, is that what he's called? Well, something that happened last time is I got bodied by the tail, because apparently the tail can do a lot of damage to you if you touch it. Let's try not to touch it this time. Try and like anticipate where it moves. Oh my god, that was close as fuck. Whoa, careful, eh? You might actually hit me with that. Okay, at least we got here with double damage. Oh my god, that was close. Oh, I assume with triple damage you can do this in one go. Oh my god, ouch. I took so much damage, lost my entire shield and almost died. From shooting the guy when it turned to mirrors again. Yeah, I think they definitely need something to tell you when mirrors are about to happen. I can't just stop shooting like 10 seconds earlier hoping that the mirrors are going to be coming soon. I think that's not going to be a good thing. Because you don't ever want to stop shooting, do you? Like, unless you want to do like some very specifically precise movement and shooting. I don't think it's necessary because you can just not shoot the mirrors if you want to. Ouch! Tail again. Also, the seeing where the new power-ups are coming in, I'm not quite good at that yet. Oh, he's back to full health, eh? Almost full health at least. Give him a shot. Also, I haven't quite figured out how the power-ups actually spawn. They might spawn on specific like parts of the boss fight, I'm not sure. Also, I haven't paid enough attention if the music actually changes. I hope the music changes all the time, because otherwise it would be a bit samey. Oh man, I've been playing so much Final Fantasy XIV recently, and I'm such a sucker of like making cool stuff with background music now. Oh no, no, no! He's getting further down. Okay, got him. should get him now, right? Right? Yeah. Yeah. Got his face palm off. I don't think that thing can actually hit you, because if it could, would not be very nice. Okay, we're back to this point. We have triple damage, so maybe we can get rid of more. Oh yeah. I have to be careful though, because if we get hit once, we lose triple damage. I guess that's another reason of why you wouldn't want to get hit. Not just your score, but also you lose your power up if you get hit. So really don't want that to happen. Ow! Why did I do that? Oh, I still have my shot though. Probably need to take more than one hit. That's such a big multiplier with this. I guess you could say that. Oh, let's not kill ourselves this time again. Last time, okay. Now we need to be a bit more careful. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, you could say the fact that. Everything is so much easier if you have more damage. Would be like, oh, I don't like it, because then it means that if I make a mistake, suddenly I'm terrible. But the thing about shmups is that it's always possible, even with terrible weapons. You just have to get better. That's always the thing. Like, oh, you can make it easier with better weaponry, but you don't always need, you never need to have better weapons. It just makes it easier. So you can reward yourself by making it easier instead of having it required. Because I'm never really a fan of having something that can be lost be required. But in this case, it's not really required at all. I like that. You can be a little more, yeah, careful with this guy. Okay, we still have double damage. That's good. Oh, by the way, guys, if you're wondering where more ukulele is, the patch still hasn't happened, and we're still waiting for more information on even when the patch is gonna happen. We have got no idea when the next patch is gonna happen. So we're still waiting. Still waiting. No new information. Oh, can we get another life here? Nice. Get him. Okay, get the next one. I hope I didn't miss anything. Nice. I think if you don't miss anything for one round, you get a complete passcode. I don't want to try and test out what happens if I miss like a number and see if it still works. But when the Switch version releases, oh my god, they're not gonna wait ukulele until the Switch version releases. That would be way too long. Probably. Oh, what's this? Mainframe access. Oh, okay. Guess we're here. The mainframe. Ooh. One shield. Whoa. Whoa. This is very different. I like it. Okay. Oh, what does this remind me of? I think this just in general reminds me of like the 80s in general. Oh, he's bigger now. Hey Andros, how's it going? I don't even know if he has a name. These are probably like mines, at least I assume they are, but it seems like the explosion doesn't hurt me, at least as long as I kill them that fast. Oh, this triple damage makes this fairly simple, it seems. So I assume if I would do like, only a third of my damage right here, I might not be able to kill him that fast. Oh, what? Oh, they actually do shoot. Oh, whoa, 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 careful. Actually, I have to say that the graphics for the animation for the shots that I'm shooting does remind me of the graphics, oh my god, they used for the shots in MDK. A game that probably no one has heard of apart from me. But MDK was a really good game. Then you made a second part of it. Oh my god, what is going on? Mini hacker story, yeah. It actually also reminds me a little bit of the story for Superhot, but actually I haven't played Superhot myself, so I'm not quite sure on that. I keep saying that this reminds me of other stuff, but yeah, like I said, I'm like this whenever I play any new game. I'm like, oh, this reminds me of that. This reminds me of that. It just keeps happening all the time. I guess it's because I played so many games already that I always find stuff that I've already seen somewhere. I always see plenty of new stuff as well. So even though there's always been that many. Oh my god, really? Even though there's already been that many games, like how many billions of games maybe already exist? Like I mean with Flash games as well, or like homebrew games as well. Like, how many games do you think exist worldwide? And they still come up with new stuff all the time and new experiences. I don't like calling games experiences because it reminds me of E3. Oh, E3, man. Oh, yeah! I was hoping I could hide behind this, but I didn't actually expect him to shoot himself in the face. That's good. This mod isn't endless in this game, it's pure evil. I take the damage every day. I mean, it's even if it isn't endless, it's gonna be really long, I assume. I don't think I can kill most of these enemies. I don't have the damage to kill those enemies. I don't need to. I don't need to have the damage to kill these enemies, though. I can just dodge them. Just sucks for the points, but... Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Careful, careful there. You're doing meteors now? And multiplayer is through the roof! Ah! I can't even see my skull, though. I said that it's nice that the HUD is around where I'm actually looking. But at the same time, I can't actually see my HUD right now because there's so much stuff going on. Oh, hit these. Probably. I probably want to hit these. Let's go. Oh, okay. No, don't hit these. Hit these. No, don't hit these. I don't want to hit these. Almost dead. It's okay, well, we have lives. No, I don't want to hit these. Ah, yeah. That's what I said. I don't... In some cases, having auto lock on can screw you over a little bit. But at least it locks on to what you're looking at, so you can just try and not look at it, but nah. Still would have... The thing is, though, I don't know what would it be like if they didn't have auto lock on, because I don't know how you would be aiming at stuff if it didn't have auto lock on. This music is giving you Steve Burke vibes. Who was Steve Burke again? I don't know who Steve Burke is. Oh, we're doing laser again? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! How did I not get hit? At least actually I did think I got hit once. Oh, I would like it if I could shoot other stuff during him closing though. Oh, I'm gonna die so much. Where's the upgrade for movement speed? When I play 2D shmups on Conrad, I'll always get the movement speed upgrades first, if that game did have them. And damage, movement speed and damage, you don't need health and expensive stuff. Oh, whoa. I was wondering what those purple things are. Steve Burke isn't one that worked on ukulele. No, it wouldn't be. You're gonna shoot yourself in the face again. Because if you, instead of shooting yourself in the face, you can just not use that laser attack on a mirror, you know? What? Oh, I didn't go too far right. Okay, we're good though. Oh, whoa, careful, 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 jeez. Okay, stay on the right. Does my guy actually have a damage model if I get hit? I'm not actually sure on that. Nice. I hit myself once. There we go. Stop shooting yourself in the face, idiot! It's not very smart for a computer program. Oh, he did the music for the Retro Arcade. Yeah, I was about to say, he didn't do the music. If he did work on ukulele, he didn't do the music for like any of the stages. Ouch. Oh, these are mirrors now. I need to dodge them. Actually, not all of them, but I don't know if I have time to react to them not being mirrors. Just maybe not hit them at all. Oh my god, careful with that. You might hit something. Jesus. Oh, I'm gonna need all my lives. I can see it. I'm gonna need all my lives here. I probably only need like one more hit, because as we know from video games, you always ever need 3 hits for everything. Oh, what's this? Sweepers? What are these guys gonna do? Oh, wait, they're gonna laser me, aren't they? trying. They're not very effective, but they're trying. I'm gonna call them sweepers, because whenever it's a video game with enemies like these, they're called sweepers. I think of Mega Man, I think there's enemies like these and they're called sweepers. Oh wow, this thing spawned in front of me. Didn't get it though. As if I would ever get hit! Some parts of the music always make me think like, oh, in just a second it's gonna start riffing and it's the Doom soundtrack, but I've listened too much to this Doom soundtrack though, I keep hearing that everywhere now. Doom 2016 soundtrack was so good though. Oh, whoa, I didn't even pay attention. Maybe I should pay attention. It's our last life, but it might be the last hit on the boss, so we could be, oh my god. Oh, could be, oh my god. Could be okay, it could be okay. I really hope this is the final boss. If this game has an end, I hope it's this boss. Okay, this can deal a ton of damage to me though if I don't pay enough attention. Okay, don't shoot yourself in the face if possible. Whoa, okay. Whoa, okay. We're good. No, I didn't go far enough. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sometimes I just feel like, why can't my stick move faster? Okay, please be dead. I don't think I can do another round. I really don't think I can do another round. Oh, we fucking got him. We fire truck and did it. Breach. Oh no, we didn't do it. We have to fight Andros now. Oh my god. Oh, it's got mirrors. What hit me? Oh, he's shooting stuff at me. Can I shoot at this? Oh yeah, I can shoot at this. Yeah. What is this? They're only on one life. How am I gonna do this? No, don't you dare! Don't you do it! Don't you do it! I would have liked one more round of upgrades though before this boss. Would have really liked that. Don't you? No! Ouch! Ouch! No, we're good. Please just get him. Please, I need energy actually. That was so little though. Like I said, you don't need damage, but you need health. Yes, you don't ever get hit, which I don't know if I could do. I always feel like I can shoot aside, but I don't think you can. I don't have a similar attack. I don't actually remember. Oh, would I remember? I've never played it. Ha! Oh, it's changing. It's not quite as round anymore. Okay. I will actually take damage now. Hopefully I can take this damage into the next phase. What was that? Okay, I think we did it. Get upgrading and we're getting health again. Oh, we're gonna have him soon, guys. I hope. Come on, get him! No, he needs another round! This guy doesn't know when to stop, just give up! If you're so intelligent, you should already know to give up. Right? Right? Of course you do. The attacks are getting weaker, I feel like. Or he's just not doing a good job anymore. Oh, I think we did it! Did we do it? Come on, yeah, just do that assembly code in there. Hacked. Slam that keyboard and hacked it. Data acquired. That was less than my record, I thought. Or maybe not. Oh, we did it! Oh, I still got it, guys. I got those shmup days that I played. It paid off. It paid off. All of that paid off. And paid off it did. You're allowed to enter. Oh, the real game starts now, guys. The real game starts now. That was only the intro. That was only the intro.